be honoring him. We should all be honoring him. We should have every plaque, every statue. As a matter of fact, we've got to get a major statue of Jessie Jackson in this country. What about that? But more than that, let me just share with you that Jessie Jackson taught me courage. I'll never forget many of the words that he shared with us in his wisdom. But he always taught us, if you fight, you can win. But if you don't fight, you'll never know whether or not you could have won. I remember that all the time. As a matter of fact, if there's anything that I'm doing that would cause you discomfort, anything that I'm doing that would cause you to think that's too much, blame Jessie Jackson, not me. Because he's the one that instilled that kind of spirit in me. And so, ladies and gentlemen, having worked with Jessie in this country, traveling all over 1984, where I had the honor of co-chairing or chairing the campaign here in California, 1988, working with the National Committee, etc. Traveling all over the country, teaching the Secret Service how to deal with Jessie Jackson because they'd never seen anything like it. Understanding during those days when they had to be with him 24 hours a day, when he said at 11 o'clock at night, I want to go to Roscoe's, they had to just get up and go. But he's worked with all of the athletes, all of the major athletes, including my husband, Ambassador Sidney Williams, who was with the Cleveland Browns. He's worked with all of the entertainers, and he's there for them. And they still call on him all the time. And he crisscrosses this country, not only working and responding to those requests, but responding to the requests still of world leaders. I'll never forget the work he's done in Haiti with Aristide. I'll never forget the work that we did with South Africa. Not only did we work hard and support getting rid of apartheid in South Africa, and showing up at that inauguration where the world leaders paraded across the stage. But we continue to pay attention all over the world, and I honor him, and I support him, and I will stand up for him anytime, any place, and anywhere. You cannot say anything bad about Jessie Jackson to me, because I have an appreciation for this human being because of who he is and all that he's done. And so with that, we're here to celebrate his birthday. We're here to say thank you, Jessie, for holding your birthday celebration in Los Angeles. We get a chance to be with you and celebrate with you on a night like this. Isn't this wonderful? Whenever I'm with Jessie Jackson, I'm so inspired until he causes trouble for the Congress of the United States of America. I get so turned on, so fired up, that when I go to Washington like I'm going on Monday, Trump had better watch the hell out. Jessie Jackson calls me at 6 a.m. in the morning whenever he wants to talk, and I call him so that he can share wisdom with me. And he loves it most when I am giving Trump hell. And he calls me and he laughs and he repeats what I've tweeted or what I've said, and then he says, and do it again, and keep going. And so I love that inspiration. I love that support. But more than that, I love the fact that Jessie Jackson understands how offended I am about this president and how offended you should be about this president. Jessie Jackson understands that this man does not deserve to be the president of the United States of America. He is an embarrassment. He doesn't understand who our allies are, and they're moving away from us. But more than that, he's embraced the white supremacists, the white nationalists, the KKK, and the alt-right. He is a danger to all of us. And when you take a look at his cabinet, and he's put in Jeff Sessions as your Attorney General, he's undermining all the gains that we've made with mandatory minimum sentences, consent decrees, affirmative action, and voting rights. I want him out of office. And so this cabinet is unworthy, unqualified, inexperienced, and following the lead of this despicable, deplorable human being. And so, whether we're talking about Jeff Sessions, or we're talking about Wilbur Ross, or we're talking about Mnuchin, or we're talking about Betsy DeVos, all of them are there, most of them are billionaires, and they're talking about not making this country great again, but talking about taking this country over in their vision and with the way that they think this country ought to be organized and ought to run. And it really does not include the diversity that should be represented in America. And we cannot afford to let that happen. And so let me just close by saying this. Thank you, Jessie. Thank you, Rainbow Push. Thank you, Jessie Jackson and all of your family. Thank Jackie Jackson. Thank all of the children. They've done a wonderful job with their children, and they are all leaders in their own right. And ladies and gentlemen, I just want to tell you, when Mnuchin came before my committee, where I serve as the ranking member, and he tried to filibuster me, he tried to talk over me, I was serious when I said, reclaiming my time. And we really mean it, and folks understand that we really mean it, we will have the opportunity to not only make the kind of decisions that will help to take this country in the right direction, but people will have an appreciation for the contributions we have made to this democracy. And we're not going to let this president and this cabinet undermine us by colluding with Russia and colluding with Putin and the oligarchs and the Kremlin in Russia. We're not going to allow that to happen. We're not going to allow them to continue to hack into our voting and electoral process in the way that they've been doing. And the way that we stop it, I want him impeached. I want to impeach this president. I want him impeached because the Constitution gives us the right, the authority, and the responsibility to impeach those who are in violation of high crimes and misdemeanors. And the Congress of the United States decides what is high crime, what is misdemeanors, and we're lagging in exercising our responsibility by allowing this deplorable human being to continue to maintain the office of the presidency. So thank you, Jessie, for instilling in me the kind of courage that allows me to do this, that helps me to know that this is the right thing to do. I appreciate you. Thank you for honoring me. I love you. You will be my friend forever. Thank you very much.